Hi everybody, it's Tiffany with Rock Bottom Wellness for day 9 of your 21-day health challenge. So today let's talk about dairy. This is something I've touched on before in the group. Just want to give you a little bit more detail about why you maybe need to moderate or altogether eliminate the dairy that you use in your recipes in your diet. So there's two things we talk about with dairy, actually probably three things, but two components of dairy that can cause some problems for your health. The first one that's kind of the most understood from people just talking to your friends and family and that type of thing is being lactose intolerant. So lactose is the sugar that's in dairy. And when people are lactose intolerant, they do not have the enzyme that helps break down that sugar and therefore have, usually from what I hear, some pretty quick and severe GI symptoms that are not very pleasant. And so if you have lactose intolerance, you probably know that you have it probably by now. So the thing that I deal with mostly with people, and the reason why I tell people to at least eliminate dairy for a little while just to see how their body reacts, is because of a protein in dairy called casein. So casein is used much like other components, different chemicals out there in different products. So we end up by getting a lot of it in different things, and it can cause symptoms of inflammation that we are not even aware of. So it's used as a binder in other kinds of foods and processed foods, in deli meats and that type of thing. So we're not just getting it from dairy, it's also used in makeups and that type of thing, but I'm mostly concerned with things that you would actually ingest. So people who have some kind of casein allergy won't have, hives and throat closing and that type of thing that you think of with an anaphylactic type reaction, like when people have a severe peanut allergy. It'll be more of a late onset type of reaction. It'll be maybe some digestive problems. You might feel bloated. You might feel like your hands and feet swelling after you've had it, or if you've had more than you normally do on some day or night, or if you're on vacation and having lots of dairy. Also, I talked about this before, the gunky throat, stuffy nose, watery eyes. Those are often things that I see that, can often look like if you have environmental allergies. So, sometimes it's hard to pull away from it, or you have to pull away from it to see what's causing those symptoms. And so that's something that I help people do with my program to help identify what their issues are by looking at the foods that are causing some of these potential problems. Oftentimes with this inflammatory response from different types of foods and the ingredients in the foods, it oftentimes causes that inflammation, and that's what causes us to be stuck with weight loss a lot of times. And so I know people say, oh, it doesn't matter, it's just water weight. Well, that water weight actually, fills up your body like any other kind of weight, whether it's fat or not, and can make your jeans feel tight or your rings tight or whatever, even if it's just, water weight from inflammation. But that's kind of the start of where people start to feel better. Their joints start to feel better when they start reducing inflammation. And casein in dairy is something that is, a way to check to see if that's an issue for you. One of the things that's recommended in the health world oftentimes is whey protein, because of its known effects on, if you're getting a good quality kind of whey protein, its positive effects on mood and brain health. So if you're someone who struggles with depression, oftentimes whey is recommended because it helps with that whole process of making the good brain chemicals like serotonin to help you moderate your mood and stuff. But if you have a casein allergy or some kind of intolerance to it, that's going to backfire in a different way. So we need to figure this out first and then deal with maybe the mood stuff in a different way, or add whey later. But usually I don't recommend people deal with whey, because the people that I work with are usually have quite a bit of things going on, and it's just better to stay away from it. And there's other really good sources of protein if you're, what I'm talking about, protein shakes and that type of thing. So all right, so that is day 9 of the challenge. So that is the reason I just want to explain that, because this is a reason that could cause some of your inflammation. And so I challenge you to try to eliminate dairy for a while and see. And dairy, if you're not eating processed foods, it's going to be a lot easier, but it's obviously going to be in milk, it's going to be in butter. Those are the big things. So just stay away from that, any milk-based product or butter. On another note, here's some options. Instead of having cow's milk, it is good things to try are like Kite Hill brand. It's made from almonds. Not good if you have a nut allergy, however. So there are starting to be better things on the market, but be aware of soy-based cheeses and soy-based milks and that type of thing. Especially if there's a thyroid condition or other hormonal imbalances, I really recommend you stay away from those. So those are just a few tidbits of information on that. In the comments, if you have questions, please go ahead and ask, and then I can give you some more examples of what you can do instead of using cow's dairy. So anyway, have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.